There are people who walk through life with walls so high they don't even remember building them. Megan was one of those people. At 34, she had a sharp wit, a successful career, and a presence that filled any room she walked into. She was the one everyone called when things fell apart, the fixer, the rock, the one who never broke. But Megan also had a secret. Her body was sending her bills for a debt she didn't know she owed. A chronic health condition kept flaring up. Medicine couldn't quiet it. Her doctor, after running every test, finally said something Megan didn't want to hear. "You need to see a psychologist. Your symptoms may be linked to stress." Megan laughed. Stress? She didn't do stress. She overcame it. She was the one who held everything together. Therapy was for people who couldn't handle life. But she went, because the flare-ups were unbearable, and she wanted a pill, a quick fix, a way to get back to being in control. She walked into the psychologist's office and made one thing clear. "I'm only here because my doctor made me. I don't have stress, I have a virus, so give me whatever tool I need and let's be done." If that sentence lands somewhere deep inside you, please hit like and subscribe. Let's walk through this together. The psychologist, a gentle woman named Dr. Reeves, didn't flinch at Megan's tone. She had seen this before. She asked Megan about her stress. "I know what the word stress means," Megan said, "but I don't think I've ever really felt it. I just keep going. Nothing has ever bothered me much." Dr. Reeves nodded. "What's been the hardest part about the herpes?" Megan hesitated. "The shame. Having to tell someone before, it's humiliating." Then something cracked, just a little. "I've done everything to rise above my family," Megan said. "They're a mess. It's like quicksand. No matter how hard I try to crawl out, I keep getting sucked back in." Dr. Reeves leaned forward. "Tell me about your family." The wall went up instantly. "Not going there. I'm a practical person. I don't wallow in the past. All I want is to lower my stress so the herpes stops." Dr. Reeves gently explained that stress affects the immune system, that when the body is in survival mode, it has nothing left to fight viruses, that healing might take more than one session. Megan looked disgusted. "I feel like I came in to get a tooth pulled and you want to take out my whole brain." But she agreed to one more appointment. This is where denial begins, not as a choice but as a survival reflex. A child's brain, overwhelmed by pain it cannot process, builds walls to survive. Megan had been building hers since she was 9 years old. Research from the Journal of Trauma and Dissociation shows that childhood emotional neglect and abuse are strongly linked to defensive patterns in adulthood. The brain learns that honesty leads to pain, so it learns to hide, to deflect, to deny. Not because the person is weak, because the person had to survive. Megan came back for her second session, but she didn't come empty-handed. She lugged in a stack of books on stress, covered in yellow post-it notes, and a giant flip chart. On it she had drawn an elaborate color-coded graph. At the top she had written, "Stress?" Below, 3 columns in red, 3 names. Her boss, Darren, her boyfriend, Derek, her father, David. Dr. Reeves noticed something. "There are no women on your list." Megan shrugged. "I don't let women get under my skin. I avoid them or I shut them out. What qualifies these men to be on your list? They don't follow any rules. They don't care about making things work." Dr. Reeves pointed to the third name. "Your father. Tell me about him." Megan rolled her eyes. A full, theatrical eye roll. "Give me one vivid memory," Dr. Reeves said. Megan's face softened, just for a moment. She was 4 years old. She had fallen off a slide and cut her foot on a sharp piece of metal. Her father picked her up, carried her to the hospital, and held her in the waiting room. The nurse said she was being such a brave girl. Her father put his arm around her and said, "That's my girl. She never complains. She's as strong as a horse." Megan's eyes glistened. That was the closest thing to love I ever got. Do you see what happened there? Her father gave her validation, but it came with a price. The message was clear. Your worth depends on how much you don't feel. Strength is silence. Love is earned by never breaking. That moment shaped everything. Megan learned that emotions were weakness, that asking for help was failure, that the only safe way to be loved was to be unbreakable. But here's the tragedy. That same father would later abandon her. Dr. Reeves asked about Megan's mother. She died when I was 8. I don't remember much, just that she was remote, Italian. Her family disowned her when she got pregnant. Megan told the story flatly, without emotion. Her mother was the only girl in a family of 5 brothers, strict, controlling. She wasn't allowed to leave the house after age 10. Somehow, she got pregnant at 16 by a man her family despised. They beat him, forced him to marry her, then cut her off completely. She was dead by her mid-20s. Megan was born 5 months after the wedding. Her siblings followed quickly. Then her mother was found dead in her bed. No one ever investigated if she took her own life. The year after she died, Megan continued, my father moved us to a cabin in the woods. He opened a chip truck. I was his right-hand man. Her voice was hollow, reciting facts, not feeling them. One day, 2 men showed up at the door demanding money. My father hid in the bathroom. He made me, at 9 years old, go talk to them, get rid of them. Then, one day in November, her father said he was driving into town for cigarettes. He never came back. Megan was 9, her brother was 7, her sister was 6. They had no food, no heat except a small space heater. No one knew they were there. I didn't tell anyone, Megan said, her jaw tight. If I told, they'd put us in foster care. We'd be split up. I couldn't let that happen. So she became the mother. At 9 years old, in the winter, in a remote cabin in the woods. She stole food. She stole clothes. She kept her siblings in clean outfits by stealing new ones every Friday. She kept them on a routine. She kept them quiet. She kept them alive. But she was also mean. She yelled. She hit them when they cried. She wouldn't let them talk about their father. She threatened to leave if they didn't obey. I wasn't a good mom, Megan whispered, looking at the floor. Her shame was so thick you could feel it in the room. Tracy and Craig are screwed up now because of me. Dr. Reeves said, you were 9 years old. Megan snapped. So what? A lot of girls parent at 9. Here's the cruelest lie shame tells us, that we should have been what was impossible for us to be. Megan believed, at some deep level, that she should have known how to be a good mother at 9 years old. That her failure to be perfect made her evil. A 2023 study in the Journal of Traumatic Stress found that adults who experience childhood abandonment have significantly higher rates of self-blame, shame, and difficulty trusting their own perceptions. Their brains learned that the danger was their fault, that if they had just been better, the people who left would have stayed. Megan had been carrying that lie for 25 years. After months of therapy, Megan finally described the day their secret ended. I got caught stealing underwear for Craig at Giant Tiger. The police picked us up. They took us back to the cabin. The owners were shocked. They agreed to keep us until Children's Aid could be contacted. Her brother and sister, she said, adjusted quickly. They loved the new family. Craig's stutter, which he had always had, began to clear up. Tracy finally felt safe, but Megan couldn't stand it. Glenda, the new mother figure, had rules. She wanted Megan to wear a hat in the winter. She fussed over her. She asked questions. I couldn't figure out why she was doing all of that, Megan said. I guess I never knew what it was like to be mothered. Dr. Reeves said, it sounds like you never learned to receive care. Megan's eyes filled with tears, but they weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of anger. Why are you saying that stuff? She demanded. That's what you say to people when someone dies. Keep your empathy to yourself. If I ever start to wallow, even once, I'll drown. She made Dr. Reeves promise never to do that again. Never to offer kindness, empathy, or sympathy. This is the fortress. Megan had built her entire identity on being strong, on being the one who didn't need anything. And anyone who tried to offer her care was a threat. Because if she let that care in, the walls might crumble. And behind the walls was a 9-year-old girl who had been left alone in the woods, who had stolen food to keep her siblings alive, who had never been held or told that she was allowed to break. Here is what we want you to hear, really hear. Megan's defensiveness was not arrogance, it was terror. It was the panic of a protector who had kept her alive for 25 years. Every time she pushed someone away, every time she refused to feel, every time she called empathy weakness, she was not being cruel. She was being safe. The walls she built to survive the woods kept her alive. But now, those same walls were keeping her from healing. Healing doesn't begin by tearing the walls down. It begins by understanding why they were built. By seeing that the little girl who built them was not broken. She was brilliant. She was resourceful. She was heroic. And that little girl deserves to know that the war is over. She doesn't have to be strong anymore. She doesn't have to hold it all together. she can put the weight down. If you see yourself in Megan, if you feel that familiar tightening in your chest when someone tries to get close, if you have built walls to survive and now feel trapped behind them, you are not alone. This is only the beginning of Megan's story. In the next episode of the Megan series, we will continue her journey. The next video is called The Fortress of Megan: Boundaries and People-Pleasing. We will explore why saying no feels so terrifying for trauma survivors, how the fawn response develops in childhood, and the first gentle steps to reclaiming your right to set boundaries. Subscribe so you do not miss it. If you are ready to go deeper into how complex trauma shapes your life, we have videos that walk you through the next steps. The psychology of the family problem child, and how complex trauma shapes your life. We will link them in the description and in the comments below. Drop a comment if this resonated. And if you have not already, please subscribe for more compassionate, trauma-informed content. You are not your walls. You are the one who built them to survive, and you are allowed to come home.